Alright, you guys, let's talk about something that maybe I only care about. You'll have to let me know down in the comments section below. But I love playing old games. I know, it's pretty shocking. Like, who spends their time playing old games? You buy this $500 console, and then you just play a bunch of old games? What kind of psychopath does that? I'll tell you the type. This type. So we're going to talk about PlayStation 5 and backwards compatibility, and how crazy it is that I can't play Infamous 2 on my PlayStation 5. Let's get into it. So during the Xbox One generation, Microsoft started off with a slow start, so they had to do something that would impress people, something that would bring people back to Xbox, because let's face it, a lot of people went from Xbox 360 to PlayStation 4. That was just sort of the natural progression, and it hasn't really changed ever since. A ton of gamers jumped from PS4 to PlayStation 5. However, one area that Xbox has continually got better in as the generations moved forward, is offering games through backwards compatibility. Hell, you can put a 50-cent blood in the sand disc inside of your Xbox Series X, and it's gonna play that damn game. Sure, it might be a downloadable version, it might just be emulation, but hell, at least that disc is worth something. You wanna know what all these PlayStation 3 discs are worth? All of these games that I bought in this generation, thinking that maybe, somehow, the next console was gonna play those games, they're worth nothing. They are worth nothing. I don't want to cuss because of, you know, the whole YouTube thing. But it is kind of upsetting. I spent a lot of money on these PlayStation 3 games. Some of them not very good. Speaking of, I mean, who the hell bought these? However, had I bought these crappy games on my Xbox 360, had an Xbox 360 disc, they would still be worth something because I could put them in my Series X and play those games. Not only that, but had I have bought digital versions of Xbox 360 games on the Xbox Store, I'd still have access to those games on my brand new modern hardware, on Series S and on Series X. So do I regret switching to PlayStation halfway through the PS3 generation? Yeah, I do, honestly. Because like I said, I bought a lot of games. Had I have bought them on Xbox, I'd still have them on my modern hardware. Yes, I can still pop these in my PlayStation 3 and play them, but who the hell's doing that? Damn it, I am. All right, fine, I am doing that. I still have my PS3 in my living room and in my bedroom, but I don't want to use my PlayStation 3. So while Xbox probably only did the whole backwards compatibility initiative to hopefully get back some fans early on, it's actually freaking awesome. This Gears of War 3 disc, guess what? I can stick this bad boy in my Series X, and not only does it play the game, but it plays the game at a higher frame rate, at a higher resolution, at native 4K, and probably even has HDR support. Guess what Red Dead Redemption does when I stick it in my PlayStation 5? It does nothing. It doesn't read the disc. But with Xbox, if I stuck an Xbox 360 disc of Red Dead Redemption into my Series X, it plays the game in 4K. So basically, what I'm getting at is this. PlayStation! Let me play Infamous on my PS5. Let me play Infamous 2. Let me play Resistance 1 through 3. Please, let me play Killzone 2, because I have the disc. And guess what? I'm not subscribing to PlayStation Now to play a game I already have through streaming. And not only is that ridiculous, but streaming a PlayStation 3 game, think about this. A lot of those games are running at sub 720p. So imagine streaming a game that's running sub 720p. It looks like hot garbage. And that's putting it lightly. Even recently, I booted up Batman Arkham Origins on my PlayStation 5 through streaming. So I was streaming a PlayStation 3 game, Batman Arkham Origins. At first I thought, this looks pretty rough. I don't remember the game looking this bad. And then guess what I did? I put this disc in my Series X. The game, it doesn't even have any enhancements on Series X. Just simply playing native looks so much better than streaming a PlayStation 3 game. I cannot believe that's the only option for PlayStation 3 on PlayStation Now. And like I said, even if you bought a bunch of PlayStation 3 games digitally, which I did, bought tons, none of those transfer over. You can't even stream the game if you bought it before. And I'm not trying to sound like an entitled little brat, but today I'm going to be. Because Xbox, honestly, is blowing PlayStation out of the water in this area specifically. The fact that I can still buy Xbox 360 games and play them on my modern console, the fact that that purchase will still work on Xbox 360, and then on Xbox One, and then on Series. It's freaking awesome. I love the ecosystem that Xbox has built with all of these classic games. Now keep in mind, not every original Xbox game or every original 360 game is available through backwards compatibility on Series X and S. But there's a great amount. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I'm often just going through the Xbox store trying to find old Xbox 360 games that I completely forgot about, and I end up finding something awesome or something I never heard of. I really hate that the only way to play PS3 games on PS5 is to stream them with PlayStation Now. You actually have to subscribe to a service to stream a game that you probably already bought in the past. And that's really lame in my opinion. All jokes aside, I think PlayStation needs to do better. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, apparently. Take it with a grain of salt. But word on the street is that Sony is working on playing PS3 games natively on PlayStation 5. They don't want to have to do just streaming. So hopefully PlayStation's hardware people can figure it out, and sooner or later I can buy Infamous 2 and play it on my PlayStation 5, maybe even at a better resolution or frame rate, like Xbox is doing. Because like I said, they're doing some great enhancements over there. Mirror's Edge, that game runs at 4K resolution, 60 frames per second with HDR support. That is awesome. It looks stunning. It almost looks like a modern game. And like I was saying, the 360 versions of so many games do this. They add better resolution, better frame rate, better performance. It somehow enhances a lot of the textures in the games because of the backwards compatibility software. I don't know how it's done, but it seems like magic, and it looks absolutely amazing. There's actually a channel who specializes in Xbox backwards compatibility, and just go see for yourself. Go see what frickin' what game is this? Go check out what Final Fantasy 13 looks like on Xbox Series X, because it's absolutely insane. It looks so good. It almost looks like a modern game. And this isn't, my God, this isn't an Xbox PlayStation fanboy war thing, all right? I love my PlayStation. Like I said, I went full PlayStation during the PS3 generation, and that continued into the PS4 generation. Now I'm more of a split back and forth, but still, I love what Xbox is doing with backwards compatibility, and I just wish that Sony did just a little bit more than what they're doing at least, because while it's cool we're getting some PS1 classics and PS2 classics, anything on PS3 I don't even want to play on my PS5, because it's literally just streaming the PlayStation 3 version. Apparently, it's a bunch of PS3s in a warehouse that you're streaming your games from on your PlayStation 5. Now, I don't know that for sure, but it sounds ridiculous, and it plays ridiculous. It just doesn't look good. A lot of older games, they look fine streamed, but if you're playing like Red Dead, it's ugly. If you're playing Batman Arkham Origins streaming on PS5 from a PlayStation 3, it's ugly. And you might not think it looks that bad, but I'm telling you, go from playing a game natively on your PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 or Xbox Series X, same game, and then back to back see how it compares with streaming the PS3 version on PS5, because it's really ugly. But that's all I have to say today, guys. I just wanted to rant about something that I'm passionate about, because I love playing old games, and I want to play a lot of these old games on my PlayStation 5, and preferably with some type of enhancement, because let's be real, not every game is going to get The Last of Us Part 1 treatment. There are tons of games that don't even need that. I just want them to be playable on the hardware, not streaming. Because like I said, it's just bad. It just looks bad. But if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down. Please, no fanboy wars in the comments. It's just stupid. We like to joke about it on our podcast, which you should definitely check out, called Spot Dodge. Me and my friend on there, we always sort of go back and forth about PlayStation and Xbox, all in good fun. Please do not take it serious. It's just silly. But like I said, let me know all your thoughts in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.